So there I was thinking I couldn't be even any more shameful than having to film a December wrap-up. When, I know because you guys are looking at the titles, I realized I never did my hashtag a year-a-thon wrap-up for December, which the theme was graphic novels, mangas, comic books. I threw in short books and picture books, you know, because those are mostly what I own, and I'm shameful. I'm so shameful. So let's just go through this really quickly. I read 6 books that month that counted towards it. I almost hit number 7, but I never finished that book until like 3 days later, and it was a short book, so that's what made it shameful. So let's just get started on the first book. The first book I read was The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, which I absolutely adore, because you guys know it's just like this they just like have a picture. This one is actually on 2 pages, and it'll just have like a picture and then like a tiny story. And on this one it says, okay, I'll admit I have a few skeletons in my closet, but they weren't skeletons when I put them in there. So that kind of just tells a story, and it was just fantastic. 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read The Joy of a Peanut Christmas, 50 Years of Holiday Comics, and look at this, just beautiful. Who does not like peanut comics and stuff? Like, how can you just not like seeing like that progression grow? Because I'm old, and that's what happens. I remember reading comics all the time when I actually got a newspaper. So wonderful. The next book that I read was Duck, Duck, Goose, written and illustrated by Tad Hills. And this has this friend. Apparently in the series they have this friend that's a duck and a goose, but then the duck brings a new duck in who just moved in, and this other duck is really competitive and like irritating, like, who can drink this milk faster, you know, that type of person. And the goose is just kind of like, and then that just kind of goes through that tale, and I really enjoyed it, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So that was nice. The next book I want to talk about, and I adore, is The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, number 3. Some of you guys may have thought number 2, but no, I actually read that first, and now I read something out of order. Yes. But in this case, you know, each story, you know, is just short and like just has one little story in a way, kind of like that. And it says, just a bad hair day filled with great things, she shrugged. And then they have like other serious tones, other non-serious, and I just love The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, all 3 of them. Just, you can pick them up, reread them all the time, and I'll leave my updates for both of them down below, because just fantastic. I don't think I did many updates for the second one though. So the next 2 books that I read were To My Friend's Kid, and because she wanted me to, and they were during that week, so I was like, hey, let's go for it. And it was Caillou the Captain by Sarah Margaret Johansson and Caillou Training Wheels, and I gave them both 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, I get what the lessons were, but as like enjoyment level, I know you're gonna say like you're old, but like they're okay. I kind of slightly remember, like, Caillou sounded familiar, and you guys probably know him better than I would, but like I wasn't into Dora when I was younger either, and I know it was on when I was younger, probably more older than the other kids, but I still liked Blue's Clues at that point, so why wouldn't I have liked Dora? I don't know, I just didn't get it. Just no. And now I have to hear it all the time. Swipe or no swiping. I don't care. Okay? I don't. So those are 6 books that I read for the hashtag yearathon wrap up, and my shameful 6-book wrap up. But hey, at least it helped me towards my goal, and it made me get these. I was so happy when I got these on Book Outlet. I saw that there was maybe another book, but you have to buy it directly from the website, so I'm gonna check that out and see if it's just like that, or if it was just like the first book just before it became like more commercially published or something. So yeah, you guys let me know if you guys had participated in the hashtag yearathon and you remember what your goal was and how well you did. Just let me know down below. I'm gonna see you tomorrow with my probably shameful December wrap up, but hey, I won't have to talk about some of them now. I had read 22 books. Awesome.